Yeah, I think it's enough. Recording, possessive forms, the idea of having or possessing between two nouns. Okay, when we use possessive forms, yeah, which is the thing I'm going to explain to you today, we express the idea of having or possessing between two nouns. Okay, that's very simple, yeah? Having or possessing, that is the idea. This is very simple. You don't really need to copy that. Okay, so have a look at these sentences. They are all wrong. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. Help me correct the sentences one by one. The school head teacher is absent today. Can you correct it for me? We need some possession there.
The school.
The school's head teacher is absent today. Now it's correct. Let's have a look at the second one. It's my friend's birthday today.
My friend's birthday.
We need possession here, right? Number 3. That's the student book. This one. This is the student book. Student's book. I love my wife. Beautiful smile. I love my wife's beautiful smile. So what am I using here? Possession, 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 possession. I'm indicating that something belongs to a person or thing. Or not only that, that something is characteristic of a person or thing. For example, the beautiful smile is characteristic of my wife.
So pretty.
All right. So far so good. So remember, something that belongs to a person or thing, or something which is characteristic of a person or thing. "30 minutes for the inspector to come." Approximately, yeah. Two people normally put the S on the name. Okay, have a look at this sentence. This sentence is correct, and this sentence is also correct. What is the difference here? Look, the difference is that here, they're John and Mary's. You have one Saxon genitive there, and they are John's and Mary's daughters. Both of them are correct. However, there is a difference. Can you interpret the difference?
Because they are married in the first one and the second one they are not.
Very good. Explain a little bit more.
Really?
Some sort of. Yeah, sort of.
I repeat.
Okay. You're on the right track, but not exactly. It's not about marriage. Not necessarily about marriage. But yeah, I would say that in the first case they're married. Or maybe not. Maybe they're divorced. But they had a daughter. They have some daughters together. You know what I mean?
It's just that the daughters are all married, and in the second one, Johnson.
Okay, almost there. So when we have two nouns, John and Mary, we normally put the S on the second name. This is the normal thing, okay? Most of the time, it would be like this. We put the S on the second name. And that means that these daughters belong to both of them as a block. All right? To both of them. They are sisters, okay? However, here, when you have John's and Mary's daughters, look at this context. They just met today, the daughters. Those daughters, they just met today. It means that one of the daughters is John's,
Mary.
and the other daughter is Mary's. They're not sisters, they just met today. That is the difference. So this is one block, and this is another separate block. Oh my God, this explanation is so good. I wish the inspector was here, but she's not. And then when she comes, it will be a disaster. No, it will be fine. So these are separate, separate blocks. So far, so good?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, to refer to premises, places. Okay, there's a mistake here. Oh, let's go get some meat at the butcher. There is a mistake there. The same mistake as always. What is it? Sylvia, I think you know. No? No? It's the same mistake as always. We need this. Where are you going to put that? Possessive, Saxon genitive, apostrophe S. No? Okay. Let's go get some meat at the butcher's. This is the way you refer to la carnicería, the butcher's. Okay? The butcher's. It would translate as the butcher's shop. Yeah? The butcher's shop. But you don't say shop. Okay? It is sort of an ellipsis. Remember ellipsis? This is sort of an ellipsis. It's the butcher's shop, but they don't say shop. They say the butcher's. But it means the butcher's shop. I need some fish. Let's go to the fishmonger. Again, what do we need? Say the word with an S. Fishmongers. Pescaderia. Yeah, fishmongers. Okay. This is what you need. Fishmongers. It means the fishmongers. Oops. Shop. Yeah. We're throwing a party at Katie. Want to join? Katie's. In this case, Katie's means Katie's house. So remember, we use the possessive apostrophe S to refer to premises, places. So butchers means butcher's shop. Fishmongers, fishmonger's shop. Katie's house. We don't say house, but we know. So the apostrophe S is used to refer to places, like the hairdressers. Yeah, let's go to the hairdressers. Yeah, it means the hairdresser's shop, but they don't say shop. So far so good? Okay, with days, hours, months, years. Okay, mistake. I loved Sunday football match. Where's the mistake? Again, the same mistake as usual. I loved Sunday football match. I loved Sunday's football match. Last month exams were so hard. Last month's exams were so hard. Possessive. I have 15 years experience as a teacher. Yes. Where do I put the apostrophe? Is it like this, or like this, or like this? Three possibilities. Apostrophe S, S apostrophe S, or apostrophe S.
Just one.
Which one is the best? The first one is the best, okay? This is the best. Why? Because this is a plural. Be careful with plurals, yeah? Years experience. When you have a plural, you only use the apostrophe. S and then the apostrophe. That's a plural. So, as you can see, for days like Sundays, months, years in this case is a plural. Yeah, okay, this is wrong, and this is wrong. Yeah, you use apostrophe S, but be careful. If it's a plural, that's the S of the plural, and then just the apostrophe. So far, so good? Okay, do you think I can make stupid jokes later when the inspector comes, or better to keep it professional without jokes?
Maybe you can tell some.
Just normal, you know, as I normally do. Okay. Next. We normally use instead of with things or abstract nouns. Okay, have a look at these two sentences. One is right, one is wrong. One is right, one is wrong. Forgot your glasses? Yeah? Your glasses are at home? Okay. Do you remember the name of the movie? Do you remember the movie's name? The second one is wrong. Movie's name is wrong. And the name of the movie is right.
One.
We'll explain in a minute. Okay, next. She lives on the first floor of that building. She lives on that building's first floor. One of them is right, one of them is wrong.
The first right. Wrong.
Sorry, right, wrong. What is that?
The first is right. Okay. And the other is wrong.
Okay, typically wrong, typically wrong. Okay, so you should say first floor of that building or that building's first floor. Okay, why? Gabriela, can you explain your classmates? Because just a minute ago, Alba said, why? So, because.
Because it sounds weird.
Happy with that explanation? Sounds weird? Okay, that is your instinct, and your instinct is right. Okay? Now, what is the explanation? We normally use. What do we use? Thank God the inspector is not here. I'm just going to check. Yeah. We normally use of phrase. Of phrase. This is the of phrase. The name of the movie. First floor of, yeah, that building. We normally use of phrase instead of. How do you call that? Apostrophe S. Instead of apostrophe S with things or abstract nouns. So, movie. Is this a person? Is it alive? No, it's a thing or an abstract noun. The first floor of that building. Okay, that building. Is this a person? Is this an animal? Is this alive?
No.
It's not alive. So it's a thing, it's not alive, so it sounds better with of. Okay? It sounds better with things that are not animated. A building is not animated unless, I don't know, it's science fiction and you see, a building that walks and talks. In that case, you could use the Saxon genitive. So far, so good. All right, with friends, colleagues, relatives. She's a friend of John. Okay, she's a friend of John. Sounds good to you or bad?
Yes.
Sounds good, yeah? She's a friend of John. A friend of John. She's John's friend. Sounds good to you?
Yes.
Correct. Gabriela's instinct, right on the spot. She's a friend of his. Sounds good to you or not? Sounds good. So what are the three possibilities? When we talk about friends, colleagues, or relatives, like sister, brother, cousin, father, mother, aunt, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, yeah? You can use this, three possibilities. One of them is of phrase, another one is apostrophe S, and the person, in this case friend, and of, and then possessive pronoun. The three possibilities are okay. Now, Mary. Let's do it. We did it with John, now let's do it with Mary. She's a friend, like this. Very simple, yeah? A friend of Mary. She's friend. Mary's friend. She's a friend of hers. Yeah? The possessive one like this, yeah? Mine, yours, yeah? Mine, yours, his, hers. Yeah, in the case of his is the same, yeah? Okay, so far so good. We'll be doing fine. We will do it. We will do it. Compound nouns. First noun, modifies, describes the other. Okay, so have a look at this. History teacher. These are compound nouns. Okay, this is a new category I'm teaching you today. Compound nouns. What are compound nouns? Okay, very simple explanation. There are two nouns together. Okay. Simple explanation. Compound nouns are two nouns that go together. All right, so history teacher. There is a first noun and there is a second noun. Yeah, a history teacher. The main noun is the second one, teacher. And then what kind of teacher? A history teacher. That's it. Company director. She is a company director. What is the most important noun? Director. What type of director? A company director. The same with everything. Strawberry jam. Jam. What type of jam? Strawberry jam. Beans. What kind of beans are those? Coffee beans. Soup. What kind of soup is that? Chicken soup. So the most important noun is the second one, okay? So the second one can be singular or plural. Look at this. Coffee, beans. It's possible for the second one to be plural. However, the first noun is usually only singular. All right? Remember tin opener? Yeah? The first noun only singular. The first noun modifies or describes the other. So history modifies or describes teacher. Company describes director. Strawberry describes jam. So far so good?
So far.
Compound nouns, yeah? Beautiful thing. Do I look nervous?
No.
One word. Okay, be careful with compound nouns because they can be one word, two words, or hyphenated. Hyphenated. This is a hyphen, this is a hyphen, and this is a hyphen. So, for example, one word, bedroom. This is a compound noun, bed and room, but you write it as one word. Fireplace, fire and place, but you write it together. Sunglasses. It's a compound noun made of two nouns, sun and glasses, but you write it together as one word. Sometimes the most typical type of compound noun is the one made with two words, like coffee shop, separated, high school, separated, shopping mall, separated. And sometimes, only sometimes, they're hyphenated. This is less common. Like, let's do a role play activity. He's the co-founder of the company. Do you need to have some self-control? So again, compound nouns with a hyphen in between. So far so good? Excellent. So compound nouns to describe a common class of object or person. Okay, have a look at this. A road sign. This is a compound noun. What is the most important word? The second one. Sign. Sign. Señal. Like señal de tráfico. Road sign. Do you need something from the previous slide? Sorry. Okay, we can relax. It's all right. This is just some examples. You know, there are many compound nouns out there. You know. Okay, a road sign. What type of sign? A road sign. Yeah? And have a look at this. A times sign. Again, sign is the most important word. A times sign. However, which one do you think is more frequent? More frequent to hear? A road sign or a time sign? More frequent? How many times you heard time sign? Imagine that, I don't know, they're building, they are teaching new things at university, new degrees, you know, that is a time sign. Sounds weird? It sounds weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to say it's a sign of the times, you know? It's a sign of the times. So what I'm trying to teach you here is that we use compound nouns to describe a common class of object or person. This is very common, okay? This is very common. That's why there is a compound noun. Road signs are everywhere. But this is forced, a time sign. This is forced English. Forced. This is forced. And if it sounds forced, it's not a common idea, a common class, or a common idea, a common concept. It's forced, and it's better to say a sign of the times. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Have a look at this. A storybook. Book is the most important word. A life evolution book. Book is the most important word. Which one do you think is more common? Storybook. So storybook is established idea, yeah? Established idea. It's established idea, storybook. So it's a compound noun. However, this is not a very well established idea. You don't see life evolution books every day. So it's better to say it's a book about life evolution. Okay, otherwise it is forced. This is natural because it's common. This is not common, so better to rephrase it. A book about life evolution. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, finally, a cup of coffee and a coffee cup. Sylvia said it before. Do you remember, Alba? What is the difference?
A cup of coffee is a cup with coffee inside, and a coffee cup, it's a cup for coffee.
A coffee cup is empty, yeah? It's just a cup for coffee. Very good, the same with this. A bottle of wine and a wine bottle. A bottle of wine has wine inside.
Yes.
And a wine bottle is just a bottle for wine. So in other words, when you use the compound noun, when you use the compound noun, you focus on the container. Coffee cup, the container, the cup. Wine bottle, the container. And when you use the possessive noun, you focus on the contents. A bottle of wine, a cup, you focus on the contents. A cup of coffee, you focus on the content, the coffee. A bottle of wine, you focus on the content, the wine. So far so good. Okay, after the theory comes the practice. Let's do the practice before she comes.
You are recording?
Oh. Thank you so much.